back in the Checkatrade Trophy this year, an invitation once again. We know how important it was and what a stage it was for some of your players 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think, you know, the last time we were in it, I spoke very highly of the competition. It gave us something that we didn't have, which was to play against men in front of a crowd, on a proper stadium, on quite a regular basis. And I think the players thrived in it. I think they loved it, and I think ultimately players are competitive, and it really challenged them in that sort of avenue. And there's no doubt that, you know, Connor, Bright, Morgan, Harry Burgoyne's debuts, in my opinion, came off the Checkatrade Trophy where Paul Lambert said they're ready. You know, and that was, I think, the night we beat Accrington 4-0 against a strong team. A lot of them players really put themselves forward and every went, wow, we've got some players here.
Yeah.
I think at 23s you don't always get to see that because they're playing a lot of time against players of their same age.
Yeah, I think Harry saved a penalty or in a shootout and 4 or 5 days later made his first team debut.
Yeah, I think the Sunderland game he sort of we went through on penalties, and I think you know, I think the manager saw him do that under pressure in a pressure situation and decided, no, you're going to play.
So is there a group of players coming through now that can make their names in the same way that those players did?
We hope so. Yeah, I mean we've you know, we've got a big group of players again. There'll be a certain number of them are going out on loan, and that'll be the right challenge for them. And then there'll be certain younger ones we still think need a lot of development. And our job over pre-season, like with Nuno, is to try and make them into a team and develop them individually as well.
If you talk about wanting to be competitive, no better test for under 23s is there than actually playing against proper teams.
That's right. I think you asked everyone that was involved in it last year, and I think it was great that it's got voted to continue by the Football League clubs as well. It's brilliant. You know, it's a great opportunity to play in front of crowds against first team players. So they're not only getting that physical hit, they're playing under more pressure. It's stressing the players a little bit more, and then we really see what the lads are made of. And the more games, more opportunities we can put them in that position, the better. Because when they go over that white line at Molineux, and it's a full house, which it's going to be now, you know, 30,000 people, it could be intimidating. But if we can get them as prepared as possible, nothing can ever prepare you for that debut in front of that many people. But the more times we can put them in a situation that stresses them and gets them ready for it, the better.
Because you were part of the first team staff when we were last in it, and off the back of it almost we saw the likes of Morgan and Harry and some of the others, Donovan, get their opportunities. Yeah. Is the task now to have another group of players come and take that opportunity the same?
Of course it is. That's our challenge now as a group of staff and a group of players, that, you know, we put that to them. Come on, who's going to be next? Because I remember watching the game at Molineux against, I think it was against Accrington Stanley, and it was at 4, I think it was 4-0, and the lads were outstanding on the day. And you're right, Morgan, Harry was in, Donovan, Niall, Connor, Bright. There was a lot of these lads that played, and they were great on the day. I remember Paul Lambert sitting next to us there, going, "Wow, we've got some players here." And it wasn't long then they were in, and they were making their debuts. So what a chance it is for the players to show that yes, he can do it at senior level. We can give him a chance here as well. Now, of course, with the club being up another level, and you know, the challenge is on to the players to step up again. And but the Checkatrade will be one part of that journey. You know, it's not the be all and end all, but it is something that we'll target to try and go as far in and to challenge the players as much as we can.